Hi, this is Alpha Charts with a stocks to watch video. Today is December 20th, 2020. Before we get started, this video is for educational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security, and I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. Also, if you like these videos, you go ahead and like and subscribe on my channel. And also, I'm at Twitter at AlphaCharts365. All right, so I made a stocks to watch video. There are 15 names on this list, and I have 3 more on top at the end that are potential short squeeze candidates from a new scan that I created. So we'll go over those also. This list is a little bit shorter than I normally do because a lot of things are extended, and even a few of these are extended. The market's been really good, so I wouldn't be shocked if there's some sideways chop, but I think these give the best risk reward candidates out there. So we'll start with QQQ just to get a feel of the market, and obviously the market has been very strong. It's been great for growth names. Again, we're a little extended now from the moving averages. It's about 2.5% to the 23-day, about 3% to the breakout level, and 6% from the 65-day EMA. So can we move higher? Absolutely. I think that's, a likely scenario, but eventually you're going to have time to let these moving averages kind of catch up. From here when it came back, it's 4%, 7%. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, especially last week or two of the year, for us to move higher and then things to pull back. So let's get into some potential candidates that could move over the next week or two. First one is Docusign. There's been some, COVID issues going on, so people may be using, more signing stuff, via Docusign. But I don't care about that as much as I care about the technicals, which is a big uptrend, sideways consolidation. I put in some average volume weighted average prices from important areas. As you can see, price is above all of that, and it's breaking out near all-time highs. And I think Docusign, after, again, a very long consolidation since July, has potential to go much higher. I don't love some of the volume in here, but that's secondary, right? Price is first. So Docusign. Medallion. So Medallion is interesting. It's a fairly new IPO from 2019, and it's made its IPO base, and now it's trying to break out of that base. So looks pretty good. May need to move sideways or pull back one more time to make a VCP type pattern right here. But I think the uptrend is strong, and I think Medallion is one to watch. Next up, Pinterest. Nice big uptrend. Goes through these bats of fairly tight sideways consolidation, another fairly tight sideways consolidation. But I think a breakout above here, 73, and I think that there's clear skies above. Celsius Holdings. Nice uptrend, had a very long consolidation here, popped up, nice consolidation, had a good pop right here. That was a 10% increase, and now it's kind of just chilling out. So these moving averages will start to catch up, and I think that Celsius could continue to move higher. One Life Healthcare, again, a newer IPO, kind of came up, is making this base. Maybe it needs to pull back one more time for an inverse head and shoulders. It doesn't have to, but this is one that I'm watching. If it could break above the green box, I think that One Life can move much higher also. Again, it may need one more pullback or so. EXAS. So EXAS, back in 2019, this was an important area. Kind of pulled back, broke out, and now it's formed a sort of cup and handle. Looking a little bit closer, it's been a really nice volume profile in here. On this pullback, a very, very decreased in volume. So that's exactly what you want to see in a cup and handle. It's really just a beautiful looking chart and very actionable right now. Palantir, really popular name. New IPO, obviously. Big run up. And it's making this flag. There's not much that we can argue with that, right? The flag is there, so whichever way it breaks is it's going to start moving in that direction. And it's also fiddling with all the AV WAPs from some important inflection points. What this did was it gave the moving averages time to catch up. So I think as long as this $25 or so holds, I think that this has the potential to break to the upside. Prior trend is higher, so I think Palantir is definitely one to watch. AXTI, I don't even know what this particular company does, but the chart is impressive. When you go back and you look at since 2011, right, and it keeps hitting this point, which is, we'll call it, 1075, right? Now zoom into more current days, and you'll see the amount of volume coming in has been amazing. Like big volumes is coming in, and now we're starting to consolidate right at that $10-ish level. I think the breakout here could be definitely one to watch. They're trading average about 750,000 shares, so it's not an illiquid name. Not the most liquid name, but not illiquid. Yeah, this looks really good. I really do like the AXTI. Guidewire, DWRE is next. Again, since 2019, it's made a inverse head and shoulder looking type pattern, broke out, retest. So definitely a BRB type pattern here on the breakout. And this one looks great, very actionable also. So I like this one a lot, Guidewire. Now Direct Club. So this one's a newer IPO. I think they do, I think it's braces in your house, home brace kit or something. Anyway, whatever they do, I like that this has a kind of an inverse head and shoulder IPO type pattern. A little bit loose for me, but you can't argue if it gets above, I would say 14 and a quarter. I think this can move much higher. Again, this has to prove itself. There's some really big gaps going on in here. So again, if this moves, it can move very quickly, and hopefully it's in the direction you want it to. Sonova, I've been watching this chart forever, and I don't think I've ever been involved with it. But it's just is an amazing looking chart. I should have. It had a cup and handle right here, moved higher, just stair-stepping higher now. I think if it breaks, 44, I think Sonova can go much higher. It's in the right sector. Everything looks great for this one. I've been involved in Fiverr in the past. I don't own any right now. Again, just a stair-step higher. Looks like it's ready to move to the next level. This one looks pretty doggone good. Just broke out, tight consolidation. Looks like it wants higher. Nuon, NUAN. I was involved with it, I think back here somewhere. And I sold it for some reason. I don't remember why, but it is setting up again. Nice little flat base right here. So I think Nuon Technologies can go higher. Nice looking uptrend. Nothing wrong with it. Letting the moving averages catch up. Pretty cool. Live Person, LPSN, broke out, chopped around, and now is breaking out again. Very actionable chart. So I like this one a lot. It's straight up breaking out on volume. What more do you want, right? Upwork has broken out here with some good volume. Great volume profile. Look how it just kind of on the pullbacks, the volume just shrinks to nothing. That's exactly what you want to see. a little bit extended from the moving averages. So wouldn't mind if it rolled over just a little bit and retested 37. Give the moving averages time to catch up. Doesn't mean it has to do that. Continue to go higher, but would love to see it do that. That would be a great entry spot around that 37.50, ish area. All right, so that was 15 names of potential setups, and a few of them looked really, really good. Really liked what AXTI, GWRE, LPSN, and UPWK. Those were my 4 favorites. But now I have a new scan, and the scan searches for potential short squeezes. So I'm going to give you 3 potential short squeeze candidates. All right, let's start with my least favorite. It's a biotech company, I think, called Ligand Pharmaceutical. It has a large short float, and the short ratio is 29. So if it gets moving, it's going to really, really move. For me, it'd have to get above 107-ish for me to be involved in this one. But it is setting up, and if you notice here, we're about to have a moving average cross. You see this little uptrend here, kind of doing a little flaggy. So things looks like they're moving in the right direction. This one needs a little bit more work, but if it does start to move, the squeeze on something like this could be immense. My least favorite. These next 2 I like a lot better. This one is Dillard's. So Dillard's department store. You see, it was, from January, it just completely rolled over with all the COVID stuff. Low of 22. But now the uptrend is intact. It's been consolidating since October. The moving averages have now caught up with it, right? And this is a great looking setup, period. But let's add in the potential for a short squeeze, which is a 38% short float and about 11 days to cover. So this has the makings, it's a setup for a potential pretty powerful move to upside. The way I would do my short squeezes is I'm not like scaling in or scaling out. It's going to be, if I choose to buy one of these, I'm going to enter fully, take a move, whatever that I feel like that move is, and I'm going to get out. So it's a quick hit, hopefully, of a big gain, 20%, 30%. That's what I'm hoping to get from this type of move. We don't know what this will bring, but this looks pretty good if it breaks to the upside, above 54.75. I think Dillard's can be a pretty powerful short squeeze candidate. And the other stock that looks like a potential short squeeze is Lovesac Company. They make bean bags and things of that nature. And you can see it's a newer IPO, probably a SPAC, but I don't know that for sure. And it kind of broke out, false breakout, big down to the $4 range, right? But now look at it. I mean, amazing uptrend, breaking out, almost back to the all-time highs. Love the big gap up on earnings with volume, closed at the top of the range, and now is consolidating. I mean, this is an amazing setup without the short squeeze candidate information. But now let's add in that it has about a 30% short float and almost 10 days to cover. So when we add that in, this candidate, I mean, it looks like an amazing setup to begin with. And now when the squeeze happens, if it happens, this can potentially really move. Again, may need a little bit more time to consolidate here because these moving averages are just now starting to get into the right area. But if this can break out, especially if it gets all time, I mean, all the shorts are so trapped right now, right? Unless you shorted from here, right, which is unlikely. They are so trapped. They shorted, on the way down here. Well, they, and maybe some short in here, but now they're all underwater. I mean, every short's underwater. So I love the look of this one. This is actually my favorite short squeeze candidate from my scan. I do own a very small position. Again, these are all going to be more volatile, a little bit more dangerous names. If they move your direction, they're going to move really quickly. If they move against you, get the heck out of the way because you don't want to be involved in that. All right, so there you go. 15 setups with 3 additional short squeeze setups. Hope you got something out of this. Good luck this week, and happy holidays.